Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. I'm ready. I hope I don't cry. Let's see. Whoa. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hello. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Hello. You guys, oh my gosh, I was in an event today and I was like, gosh, I know it's in March at some point that everything kind of changed. And I'm like, I wonder when it really happened. Like, when did everything change? And so I went back through my text messages and sure enough, today, 2 years ago, today was the day that I lost my salaried 9-to-5, career job that I'd had for 4 years, just signed a 10% increase, all of these things. And I lost it. I got let go of while I was on vacation. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's been 2 freaking years. Like, what? Oh, y'all. So it was like super fitting for me to be on a team Zoom with our company, learning all of the things, because that's where I was 2 years ago today as well. So if you've never met me, hello, welcome to my page. My name is Jenny Lynn Curry. I live here in Sumner, Washington with my husband. We have 5 kids and, y'all, it has been a journey, man. Holy smokes. I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So if you didn't know me prior to my Keto Kitchens, which, I mean, you wouldn't, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Washington. And I'm actually still a licensed agent in the state of Washington. Anyway, so I used to work for a real estate company local here, and I did all of their negotiations. So I negotiated all of the deals for all of the other agents so that they could go and do and secure more listings and more sales and that kind of thing. And I would just get the deal together and I would get it closed. And I was a salaried 9-to-5 employee. Benefits, 401k, profit sharing, all of the things, right? I went on vacation to Nashville. I left on the 11th. I don't remember. I had a review on the Friday before we left. And I signed a 10% increase. I'd been there for 4 years. It was really great. And, there needed to be some changes, and I brought the changes up to the owner of the company. I was like, hey, some of these things need to change so that we can move the team forward. Well, apparently that was not what she wanted to hear, because I signed a 10% increase that day before I left. And then I think it must have been a Tuesday, or maybe it was a Wednesday. I think it was a Tuesday. I was in Nashville for 10 days with my husband, and we were going to this huge company event. And the night before the event started, I got an email that said I needed to enter a new password to my work email. I'm like, what the heck? So I text somebody that I worked with and I said, hey, looks like we changed emails, changed passwords, which that happened like every couple of months anyway, just for security reasons. And she said, oh my gosh, they didn't tell you? I'm like, didn't tell me what? And she's like, well, you need to contact the managing broker because they told us that you don't work with us anymore. I was like, really? That's awesome. So I didn't say anything. I was literally laying in bed. It was like midnight. in Nashville, and I'm laying in bed literally shaking like a leaf because I was a single mom for like a long time before, hey Clinta, before I met my husband and we got married. And so for me to be a single mom with 3 kids and not have a job was not a thing. Like, I don't know about you guys, and you can let me know in the comments, like, have you ever gone without a job? Have you ever, like, for me, I never left a job without having another one. And most of the time I was working both for like a week or 2 because I didn't want that weird place where you didn't have a check coming in. So normally I would try and work both jobs somehow to make sure that I had a check that overlapped, right? And this one I did not see coming, like, at all. We were in Tennessee for 10 freaking days. We're 2 days into our 10-day first ever just Ricky and I, just my husband and I thing, right? And I mean, even for even when we got married, when we went on our honeymoon, I think we were only gone 2 nights by ourselves. Otherwise, we're always with our kids, and we just left our kids and flew to Kentucky for 10 days, and 2 days into our vacation, I don't have a job to come back to. And that had never, ever happened. Like, I have never not had a job. I have worked since I was like 12 or 13. I used to work for my neighbor, and then as soon as I turned 16, I got my first job at the fair, at the scone booth, right? I've worked for Fisher Fair Scones. And then as soon as the fair was over, I had a job at an accounting firm, and I did accounting for 4 years, or 7 years actually. I worked there for 7 years, and I worked there and McDonald's at the same time for like 5 years. Y'all, I've always worked. And so my one saving grace was that I had started this side business in October, at very end of October, like the last day of October of 2018. And I just did it because I didn't want to pay full price for the product, right? I didn't want to have to pay full price because, yeah, were we doing well? Yes. But well to me meant that we got all of the bills paid all in the same month. There wasn't anything extra, but the bills were paid, right? And so I wanted to keep drinking my PTKs, but I didn't know how I was going to do that. So I started the business because I wanted to get them free. And then if I knew that if they'd helped me this much, that they would help somebody else, right? So I just started the business on the side, not expecting it to go anywhere, not expecting to make any money. I had been in other MLMs before, and they were all crap. Like, either the product didn't work, or the training wasn't there, or it was just a poop show, right? Like, let me know if you have done other like side businesses or MLMs or anything like that. Let me know in the comments. Like, I was a Beachbody, I was a Beachbody coach. I use that word really loosely for a hot second. I had Shakeology bags like literally everywhere, and they were so freaking expensive. Like, I didn't even want to throw them away after they expired. They just literally sat in my cupboard. Anybody else? No, just me? Awesome. So I did that, and then I did It Works, which it didn't work, but I joined as a like promoter because you got discounts more than just a customer, right? And so I did that. Not that I wanted to do the business at all. I just wanted to get the discount. And then at some point, I signed up as what do they call it? An affiliate or something for, what are those, the patches that people put on their arms and stuff. God, what is that thing called? It's called Thrive. Yeah. I did the Thrive things for a little while. That actually made me gain weight. That was super fun. So anyway, I've done all of these things. So I started this one completely not expecting to get anything out of it, right? I'm like, yeah, right, we're just gonna do it and it's gonna be whatever. Well, here's the difference. This company, you don't join as a promoter to get discounts because we pay the same as our customers do. We can, as a customer, you can earn free product just like we do, right? The only difference for a customer versus a promoter is a promoter makes commissions where a customer doesn't. That's the only difference, right? And so the way the team is built here is way different than any other MLM, right? Because you actually have people that want to build the business and aren't just doing it for the discount, because there isn't such a thing. And so I started at the end of October of 2018. March 2019 comes around. Ricky and I fly to Tennessee. I lose my job. And I'm like, holy poop balls, what am I going to do now? And Ricky's like, it's fine. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Y'all, that was not what I was saying. Like, I didn't know what the heck was going to happen. I didn't know where the bills were going to get paid. I didn't know how the bills were going to get paid. I was like, oh my God, I don't have another check coming in. What is going to happen? Like, if you are a wife and you have all of these things going on in your head 24/7, that, like, a wife, a mom, all of these things, and you have all these people depending on you, oh my gosh, my brain was just like on overload. And he's like calm, cool, and collected. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm like, it is not gonna be fine. So I went into the next day, the event started, and I went into the event with a completely different attitude. And I was like, okay, I have to make this work. I need to be plugged in 110%. I need to figure out how this business works and how that I can make it work, because I don't ever want to be in that position again. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I was getting a 10% increase in my pay Friday, and Tuesday I don't have a job. How is that even possible? Like, how is that even okay? Like, I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing. I was making the company money. I was helping the team grow. I'm telling you what we need to do to grow the team even more, and you don't like that, so you let me go? I was like, wow. And people that, you know, were supposed to be like family, all of a sudden just dropped off and were like nowhere to be found. That crushed my heart, like crushed my heart, because the one thing that we would like go over every single week was our core values. Have fun, make money, it was make friends, have fun, make money, and give back. That was our core values. Those core values went out the freaking window. And I was like, oh my gosh. But the funny thing, and I don't think I even realized it until like an hour ago, I never even collected unemployment. I never even filed for unemployment. Like, not once. Which is so crazy to me. Now, thinking about it, that was a total God thing, because I could have, and it would have totally been like no issue, right? But I didn't. Like, I just built the business. I was just like, okay, God slammed that door for a reason, and he put me on a path where he wanted me to be. He gave me a platform where I could literally be the shining light for him, instead of where I was, where it was not so amazing. I was just, holy smokes. And so I came back from that event, and that same month in March, I literally replaced my full-time income. That month, I replaced my full-time income. Not to mention the fact that Noah didn't have to go to daycare anymore. Noah got to stay home. Y'all, we were paying almost $1,200 a month to put Noah in daycare, to have somebody else raise my child. Like, every day I would take Noah to drop him off at daycare. And I would say 9 out of 10 days, maybe 8 out of 10 days, he would be okay, or he would not be okay with me dropping him off. Like, there were days where he was literally attached to my leg and they had to pull him off of me so that I could go to work because I was already late. And then I would cry. And then I would cry all the way to work because it was like I was leaving him and I was never coming back. It was the worst feeling ever. And I had never had to do that with any of my other kids. I never had to put them in daycare. I always figured out a way to work different shifts or something so that I never had to leave them like that. And so to know that my last baby was having to like deal with that, that was huge. I know some moms can do it and some babies can do it, but man, it was not okay for my heart. And so 2 years ago, when we came back from Nashville and we didn't have to do that anymore, I didn't have to drop him off and listen to him scream anymore. Whew. That changed everything. That was like a whole new outlook on everything for me. Because he got to stay home with mom. And it's so crazy, you know, he's 5 now. It's so crazy that he's been home with me for the last 2 years. He's not had to go to daycare. And all because I just made a decision to make it work. And it has more than covered all of our bills. I drive a paid-for Lexus in the driveway. Like, it has opened up so many doors for us to travel. Obviously not last year, but for us to travel and to spend more time with the kids and go on camping trips and doing all of these things that we could never do while I was working because, like, in the summertime, it's super, super busy in real estate. I don't know if y'all realize that, but it's super busy in real estate in the summertime. So when the kids would be out of school, I'd be working 60, 70 hours a week because everybody wanted to work while the kids were out of school, or everybody wanted to sell their houses while the kids were out of school. So we could never go on camping trips. We could never go on family vacations. When it came to Thanksgiving or Christmas, I had to say, oh, I want these days off, but then it had to be approved because there was only 2 of us in the office that actually worked in the office, so we couldn't have the same time off. So if I wanted Christmas off or New Year's off or Thanksgiving off with my family, which my parents live in Eastern Washington, 300 miles away, it's not like I can just go to their house for dinner and come back home and go to work the next day. That's not how it works. I didn't get to go hang out with my family. I didn't get to see my family. The day my grandpa died, the day my grandpa died, who was like my dad, he died, and the next day I said, I'm not coming in. He died at like 4:30 in the afternoon. I got a text message at like 9 a.m. saying that I needed to come in. They needed me at the office. They needed me to close some files that they could have very well done themselves the day after my grandpa died. That's when I realized that I was nothing but a number. Like, they literally didn't care about me. And I am so in shock that literally 2 years ago today, it all changed. Like, holy smokes. So crazy. Well, and what is even crazier, y'all, is, so I told you I was on a training, right? I just got off a training. Guess what our company did? This is where you know God's on the move, right? So 2 years ago today, I lost my job, made this my full-time career, haven't looked back, right? So today, I'm on a call and they just made our big, huge promoter packs 40% off. Our big, huge promoter packs are now 40% off for 48 hours. I'm like, is that like an anniversary for me? Because now, if you wanted to join the business, you can do it, and it's a 40% savings. Like, the amount of profit that you could make before was double what you would have paid to invest in it, and now it's going to be almost triple. I'm like, what just happened? Maybe you don't want to become part of maybe you don't want to join the team. It's okay. I know it's not for everybody. It's totally fine. If you don't, there's another kit that they made 50% off, and you get a plethora of, you get these little packets. Like, these little packets saved my sanity, right? Like, my entire business is built on these little flashy little packets. I'm about to lose you guys. My phone's gonna die. Anyway, I just thought that it was so crazy. But if you guys want information about what it is I do, how you can join, or what the heck I'm even talking about, if you're on TikTok, if you go to my link tree, there's a link to my Facebook, and then you can just click the Facebook and send me a message. Just put business or biz, B-I-Z, and I can give you some more information about it. But I am so freaking stoked. The 50% off option is like, I think you get 4 different boxes of ketones. You get 4 different boxes of keto protein. You get Signal Defense. You get Mitoplex. You get MCT oil. All of this stuff for 50% off. There's somebody, like, I don't know, peeling out in the road. Anyway, I just think, whoa, what happened? Whoa, what happened? Oh, I lost him. Anyway, so if you guys want more information, I thought, I was just so freaking excited that today of all days, they released this huge thing, and it's my anniversary of losing my job and being a Prove It promoter full time. I'm like, this is so cool. Anyway, so if you guys want more information, just drop biz down below. Yeah, somebody's doing something outside. Anyway, I love and appreciate you guys so much for always showing up for me, always loving on me, and just being amazing. So thanks for hanging out. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow.